Today's leadership nugget is regarding leading with confident humility. So, what comes to your mind when you hear the phrase confident humility? Does it sound impossible? Does it sound oxymoronic? Do you feel that the words of confident and humility just don't go together? Before we dive deeper into this leadership principle, let's dive into what each word means separately. So, first, the word is confident. What does confident mean? If we look at Merriam-Webster's dictionary, it defines confident as either full of conviction or being certain, or having or showing an assurance and self-reliance. What about humility? If we look again at Merriam-Webster's dictionary, it defines humility as freedom from pride or arrogance, the quality or state of being humble. What does the Bible say about humility? Let's dive into this. First verse I have is Proverbs 11:2. When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom. Philippians 2:3. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility value others above yourselves. Colossians 3:12. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. 1 Peter 5:5. In the same way, you who are younger, submit yourselves to your elders. All of you, clothe yourselves with humility toward one another, because God opposes the proud, but shows favor to the humble. And here are some signs that you might have some low confidence in your leadership. You might have a long list of all the things over the years that you wish you had said or done or tried, but you just didn't. You hesitate at key moments, whether that be in a meeting or with another person or any type of situation where it would call for your action. You find yourself really hesitating at that. You imagine that whatever you've done, whether it is a triumph or a failure, is the focus of everyone else's attention. We've all been here. We've either made a mistake and in front of people, and we can't get past it. But these are signs that you might have some low confidence that can also translate into your leadership. Here are some signs that you might be overly confident. You express no curiosity about whom you're acting with. Those, when you've been in conversations with people, do you question? Do you ask them questions? Do you get engaged with them? If you find yourself having no curiosity, with whoever you're interacting with, it can be a sign that you're overconfident. You enter into interactions mostly for reasons of potential self-interest, getting involved in things just for what it can do for you and how it can serve your interest. You don't focus on what you don't yet know or are seeking to learn. And I think this is a big one. You either think you know more than you do, or you've just lost that desire to really learn and to keep learning. So here's a couple of quotes that I've found on humility. First one's from C.S. Lewis. He once said that humility is not thinking less of yourself, it is thinking of yourself less. And I think that's a great quote because it really shows and gets to the heart of what humility is, thinking about others. From a humility confidence article from Courtney Cedar that I've read, genuine humility is a reflection of neither weakness nor insecurity. Instead, it implies a respectful appreciation of the strength of others, a lack of personal pretension, and a more relaxed sense of confidence that doesn't require external recognition. So what happens if you're on the side that I need a little bit more humility? One of the things I've found is to say, I don't know. as leaders, especially, we do not need to have it all figured out. There are situations that we face as leaders that we just don't know all the answers to. It's okay to say, I don't know. Be a servant leader. Lao Tzu states in one of his articles that a leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, we did it ourselves. Share your mistakes. Nothing helps us to be more transparent and genuine than when we share our mistakes with others. Doesn't mean we have to spill out all of everything that we've done, but as a leader, sometimes your team knows some of the mistakes you've made anyway. So it helps us to be transparent and help us to be genuine when we admit that, and it's okay to do that. Seek different viewpoints. Seek out ideas that do not just come from between your own ears. Challenge yourself to find others with differing points of view, whether that be on your team or another mentor or someone that you collaborate with. Seek out those people that have different viewpoints than you. Reframe your view. Go from me to we. Lay aside your ego and be okay with someone else taking the credit. So what happens if you're on the I need some self-confidence side? Practice self-examination. Be honest with yourself about whether you lie on the too much humility side or overly confident side of the equation. Step back and take an objective look at your successes and your failures. Treat your failures as a way to learn, and when we weigh both of our successes and our failures, it helps us to build self-confidence. Exercise your influence. Know that as a leader, you do have influence. Don't be afraid to join in your organization's decision-making. Every time you exercise your influence muscle, it gets stronger and will help you build self-confidence. Motivate others. Equally important as exercising your influence is motivating others. Nothing builds self-confidence in others like motivating others to see the confidence in themselves. When you begin sharing your vision with others, it is contagious and it helps to motivate others, all while instilling confidence in ourselves. Embrace personal development. Be a lifelong learner. Take a class, read a book, listen to a podcast, but by all means, stretch yourself. And keep doing that forever, for a lifelong. It's so important. So where do we go from here? While confident humility may seem impossible, too difficult, or just some great concept that is somewhere out there to be discovered on another planet, it is way more possible than it seems, and the positive results that you will see from leading with confident humility far outweighs the effort. Let's not limit the power of prayer in this. God wants us to be good leaders, and in James 1:5 it says, if any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God, who gives generously to all who without finding fault, and it will be given to him. We should be praying about this. God cares about us. He cares about what we want to do as leaders and how that we interact with our teams. You can do this. You can do this. I am 100% humbly confident in your abilities to lead and to lead well.